Okay, it is the 7th and final day of the 7-day visibility challenge that I gave myself. How do I feel? I feel like it's getting a lot easier. I wasn't expecting to be this real, but my platform is all about your highest truth. So this is as real as it gets. Art therapy is a really important part of my self-care. I'm gonna have to keep going with my visibility, keep going with this practice, but I feel like I want the people who engage with me to have the truth of who I am, which is multidimensional, human, but also is very connected to her archetype as daughter of the divine. I have no idea who's going to be at this memorial that I'm going to on Friday at the Belgian consulate. Everyone went through a lot though, that's for sure. People are waking up. I've got a lot going on. After the memorial, I'll have the official text. And then maybe I'll start posting guided meditations or something that's easy. I'm limited in terms of what I can share just because there are certain things that have to be slowly disseminated. I have to be mindful with how quickly I share things. So yeah, maybe I'll just start thinking of ways to get people started, and I'll just share my own creative ideas. Maybe I'll start talking about meditation. Let's just make sure that this is a good length. Yeah, it takes a lot of energy to make these. But it's so relaxing for me. Energetically, it's really intense for me to hold the attention of multiple people at once. It kind of makes me feel overloaded. My energy body processes things so intensely that I like one-on-one experiences, both for myself and to offer, but I also require a lot of alone time to recharge. Living alone has been really instrumental in the ways that I wanted to grow at this time. I isolated myself for a really long time after a lot of people have been recommending that I share my story. So here's what I've been up to in the past 8 years. For Halloween in 2017, I was riding my bike down the West Side Highway in New York City. I lost my wallet the weekend before. Somebody brought my wallet to the bank. I left as soon as they called. I got on a city bike and I biked down from 65th Street and 5th Avenue to West Street and Vestry. Past that, maybe a 5-minute bike further south, picked up my wallet and started biking back up the bike path. As I was biking, I was talking to my friend on Bluetooth, Angeline. As I was biking, I saw a truck, some kind of large van or something, heading towards me, and I assumed it was a construction worker. I didn't really think anything of it. I was just minding my own business. And as it started getting closer to me, I started to get curious as to how fast this truck was going. But it didn't seem to be slowing down. As it got closer to me, I started to get a little bit more concerned because he wasn't slowing down, and I saw 2 bikers in front of me. They were biking towards me. They were in front of the truck. In an instant, the truck ran through the bikers and sideswiped me on the left side of my body. I fell over into the bushes, broke my foot and ankle, injured, bruised, screaming at the top of my lungs. City bikes are really heavy, so I couldn't really get it off of me. I couldn't really see the condition of my leg. I was just praying to God that it was not torn in two or something. That day, I thought it was a drunk driver. It's Halloween. Drunk driver, maybe someone who passed out at the wheel because he was exhausted from working. But then later on, shortly after I got hit, there was a woman who ran down the street and she was screaming. It was on purpose. What the heck? What does that even mean? What do you mean it was on purpose? Did someone try to just kill me? Did I almost just die? What? Why didn't he run me over? He easily could have. Because he was just driving straight. He was just driving into the people that were directly in front of him, and I just got away. I got away. 20-something people got away with their life. Not necessarily everyone got away with their limbs, but 8 people did not make it that day. Pretty horrifying. It's really horrifying. One of the survivors, I don't remember what I was gonna say about that, but ever since that happened, I have been so aware that there's still impact that I wanted to make before I crossed over. That's all I want to do, is make an impact. I want to wake people up. I wish I could help everyone, but my time is limited. And I had to create a project for my thesis, and I had to choose one demographic. I built a program for executives, but I realized I don't want to exclude people who aren't necessarily at the executive level right now. I want anyone aspiring to be a next gen leader, someone spiritually curious who wants to be trained and developed by me. Why would anyone want to train beside me? I have a gift of seeing things you don't see about yourself. I can help you find clarity in where you're blocked. I can call you out when you are veering off track. I can be a space for reflection. That's what people like me for. My words are really powerful when they need to be. In my culture, in my spiritual lineage, the Plum Village practice, silence is often more encouraged than not. I guess I'll keep posting videos, and they'll have different themes on what I'm working on. Healing my visibility wound will take more than 1 week, but it was a challenge. So let's see what I feel inclined to reveal next. This is gonna take longer than one session to finish all these bookmarks, but I'm going to be giving them away at the memorial, the Walk of Remembrance. the West Side Highway. It's a very delicate situation. I think that next gen leaders need to be spiritually fortified to handle what's gonna come up next in the coming years. I spent most of my life dismissing spirituality and its relevance in my life. I really rejected religion growing up as a child of Vietnamese refugees practicing Buddhism in a Christian environment. It created a lot of shame. It was already hard being different. I felt really betrayed by God. I was like, really, God? I digress. Needless to say, God entered my conscious life very late. But I do feel like the reason I can help so many people is because I know exactly what it's like not to have God in your life. So maybe I'll commit to posting a little bit here and there until I figure out my bearings. We'll see. I need to focus on launching the leadership program. I need to figure out how to send out a quantum memo. That's why I'm here in New York. Okay, thank you. Thank you. That wasn't so bad.